Well, Rachel, this is for you. You wanted me to talk about erectile dysfunction. It's not something I know a lot about, but we're going to do it anyway. Um, just so women don't have the problems that men do. A woman, you can spit on it or, whatever. I'm not trying to get too graphic or dirty, but women don't have these problems. And, I just wanted to say that, y'all gripe about having kids and stuff, but y'all never have to worry about that stuff. Y'all are either in the mood or you're not, but still, you don't have to worry about things uh, functioning when it comes to relations. So for that, I am jealous. They say penis envy and stuff like that. Well, sometimes things just don't work, and Rach, it's not you. Trust me. But anyway, we're not going to really get into details, but I just wanted y'all to know that erectile dysfunction, although I don't suffer from it, it's not a funny thing. You got to understand if you have a guy that has problems, that's problems. Um, and he can't help it. So just remember that. That's a very sensitive subject as well as a very sensitive area. So, let's try to remember that if somebody has problems running, let's help them. I'm not personally going to help somebody that has that problem. I can give them a magazine or something, but well, actually, I don't even have any of those. I threw them all away. On my one of my days, I'm gonna be good. But that's not something to laugh about. Um, women don't have to worry about the problem where guys do. So, but y'all go through menopause, and I guess that's a good word for it. Menopause means you pause with men because you hate us. So it's like, men, I'm pausing and don't want nothing to do with you. And y'all get the hot flashes. I get hot flashes too. Junk sweats and things stink and ugh. Anyway, that's I don't know, but yeah, and people don't know that Viagra. I'll share a bit of information from you. A lot of people don't know that Viagra was actually a drug that came out to promote to assist with blood pressure, and one of the side effects was an erection. So now you know what Viagra was. That's what those pills, Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra. Cialis and Levitra was actually made for erectile dysfunction, where Viagra started out for blood pressure. But you know, I don't do drugs. I don't smoke weed and don't do meth. And some of you people that read this might or listen to this might do meth. If you do, y'all are sick, nasty people. So y'all keep on doing your drugs. It's gonna get to you. But I have a little boy that watches me, and that's not something that he's gonna do. If he does, I'm gonna beat the tar out of him and just beat him straight on track again. But anyway, I've taken Viagra and Cialis to the beach. I've tried them. Just because I'm the type of person that I can't sit here and talk to you about it if I've never tried it. But that's some people say, well, I smoke weed and blah blah blah. My drug of choice would be Viagra. But when you drink beer, it gives me a headache. But just think about that stuff. And I'll leave you with the joke that comes in with this. And I myself I'm searching for a midget woman. But these two midgets walk into a bar, and they see some prostitutes. So they get these two prostitutes. Well, they live together because they can live in this little house. But I mean, the ceilings for regular size ceilings. I hit my head on ceiling fans. They don't. But anyway, that's just completely off subject. These two midgets, they get these hookers and they go back to their house. Well, their rooms are next door to each other. It's kind of like they just have a small home, so their rent will be low, just like their height. So anyway, they got these two hookers, and one of them's just laying there, and he has erectile dysfunction. He can't perform, can't get his stuff up. Strong like wood. Anyway, apparently he didn't have any blood pressure medicine. he's sitting there and he's trying, he's trying everything he can, beautiful woman, blah, blah, blah. But all he can hear in this next room, he hears his little, well, I don't want to say little buddy. He hears his other vertically challenged person. He's got his woman. And all he keeps hearing is, I'm coming, 1, 2, 3, and then, a couple minutes later, he'll hear it again. I'm coming, 1, 2, 3, and he's like, holy crap. So after about an hour, when the hour's up, he could the one guy, he couldn't perform. He gets the girl money and all, which support him. She's a single mom. She might be going to college during the day and stuff, and has to work at night. Support them. Go to your local strip clubs. Support the people. Anyway, his buddy comes out of the room, and they meet up in the living room. They're sitting there watching, Chuck Norris on TV or something, and he's talking to his buddy. He's like, man, how things go? And one guy's like, man, I couldn't perform. It's just a sensitive subject to talk about, but I couldn't get it up. Well, the other one, he said, but I heard you in the room next to him. He said, sound like you had a dang good time. He said, I heard, counting like 6 or 7 times. You was counting down and going at it. He said, what the hell are you talking about? I wasn't counting down to go at it. That was how many times it took for me to try to get on the bed. 1, 2, 3.